We are on Phoenix Street right now, and this is the same exact street where Andrew Agarwal was walking his dog about 2 weeks ago when he was sadly hit and killed by that car. Now, neighbors tell us this is a very busy area, not only because of the traffic around here, but also because a lot of pedestrians come here as well because they have access to this rails to trails path. You can see it right here behind me. And neighbors say that one of the big problems for pedestrians in this area is the lack of sidewalks. So if you take a walk over here, this is Phoenix Street. You can see the missing sidewalks here, and now neighbors demanding change. This petition with more than 400 signatures demanding that sidewalks be installed on parts of Phoenix Street and Washington Street. Some neighbors calling the proposed sidewalks long overdue.
But sidewalks would definitely benefit, especially children. There's a lot of children in that area.
But not everybody's on board.
I think a speed bump and stop signs would be more efficient. They go putting sidewalks in, and who's responsible for cleaning them?
A separate petition also calling for crossing lights to be installed on the trail's crosswalks.
When you get up to those crosswalks up there, you're standing there, and cars are just flying by. It's not good.
My understanding is the town council received the petition previously. Well, the town council will examine it. Town administration will examine it.
That's David Owens, a spokesperson for the town of Vernon. He says the town has $200,000 in this year's budget for sidewalks.
Where sidewalks go is a process that's got to be examined. There's a variety of factors: money, engineering, whether the neighborhood wants the sidewalks. Sidewalks, of course, have to be maintained.
And when it comes to those other pedestrian safety improvements,
my understanding is that a recommendation is going to go to the town council from town administration for installation of some crossing lights for the rail trail, and it will be up to the council to decide whether it wants to act.
Reporting in Vernon, Angelo Bavaro, Fox 61 News.